Ever to see, hey, can your husband lend me a jersey because I need a jersey for the whatever. And then she's like, no, sorry. And I'm pretty sure they probably thought it was weird. They were like, why is she asking us to do that? I'm just please. I'm not trying to wear this red ass shirt. I look like a fucking Kool-Aid man, first of all. That's what they kept saying in the comments. That's what they thought. Yeah, Big Mo for real. Yeah, exactly.
Why they always tripping? We do this every day. They must not know how we do it. What we stay.
What's good, everybody? Welcome back to another episode. Today we got a special guest. All of our guests are special. In this case, we got a good guest. Her name's Big Mo.
What's up, guys?
You shit. Big Mo, what do you do?
A little bit of everything, but right now my focus is music. Just kind of coming out. I've only been doing music for like about 3 months, and I'm just here to, to talk some shit. You know what I mean? Just try to get it out. Say what the girls can't say. You know what I mean?
Okay. And you're a rapper, right?
Yes. I'm
For those who don't know, yeah, she got flow.
Yep.
And you just dropped some music. You started how many months ago?
3 months ago, yeah.
Damn.
So I already have my first EP out, and we're already working on the next project. So
how many songs is it?
For that one, I think it was like about 5 or 6, but we only released 5 at the time. Yeah, we released 5, and then there's a few more still being worked on. And then, yeah, we're working. When I go to the studio, it's like 12-hour days, sometimes even longer than that. So when I get creative. We like live in the studio.
Dang, so you don't have a regular job? It's just straight rapping?
Just right now, that's what I'm focused on. But it's because I do like a lot of side hustles too. So
like what?
Like I do makeup.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And then for a little while, I had a lash company as well. So I sold that. So I'm tapped into a little bit of everything, and I know how to cook. So I make food. I mean lunch plates and stuff like that. So,
really?
Yeah.
What's your best seller on the food?
Honestly, everybody likes fish tacos because I make the homemade chipotle and all that stuff. So yeah.
That's fire. That's fire. That's tight.
Brought some food.
I know.
You brought us something.
I'm on next time. I'll bring some shrimp cocktail or something. Whatever y'all want, I got you.
Yeah, that's dope. But you've only been doing it 3 months. What inspired you to say, "Fuck it, I'm gonna be a rapper"?
Honestly, it goes way back. So when I was 18, I was already like a mom and a wife and stuff like that. I started really young, and so I did a song with an uncle of mine and then a friend of his.
What's his name? Just so you give him a little.
Okay, I think they call him Demon he's from Poplar. Yeah,
okay.
So he's a rapper. Okay. And then my uncle, his name is Johnny. So we did that a long time ago. I was 18. They were like, hey, you want to be on a song? And I'm like, yeah, cool, because I like music. I love music, period. I've always connected to it and has meaning, deeper meaning, all that stuff. But back then, I was wild, so I was like, rapping about the craziest stuff. I still kind of do, but I was a little thug with it,
Yeah.
And then I remember just kind of like prioritizing my family though, and I had a lot of opportunities. And I remember just recently, I was talking to Cisco from PBC on Instagram.
Yeah.
And
that's the boy. Shout out Cisco.
Yeah, and then he was one of the ones, because at the time I think his wife was doing music too. So he was like, oh, I would love if you and my wife could work together. He invited me to his studio in Lemoore. I think it was Lemoore at the time.
Oh, okay.
When he lived in Lemoore, I'm not too sure, to be honest. It's been so long. And then he goes, I think I might remember you, because I remember I showed him the song, and I was like, yeah, well, I'm coming back for everything I didn't get to, accomplish back then, because I prioritized my family, my kids and stuff like that.
On that song that you were on with your uncles, you were just on the hook singing or what?
No, I actually rapped a verse, yeah.
Oh, dang.
Yeah.
Because most girls, they'll be like, hey, they put them on to sing a hook or, try to do some.
I mean, I sing a little bit, but I get really, really shy when it comes to that. When I rap, like, I'll just put it on there, I'll put it out there, and I come super hard with it. But when I sing, I'm just like, very shy. And I'm like, who is this girl? Like, where's Big Mo at? Like, who the hell is he,
That's funny. So then when you bust out these flows, do you write, freestyle? What is it?
Honestly, I go based off beat. So if the beat like talks to me, right away, it just happens. I come up with the hook, and then little by little, I build and build and build. So I really do it's in its own process. Like when you're there live, and I don't take too long. A lot of people say that it takes forever for them to write a song. I've done at least maybe the most, I think maybe almost 3 songs in one night.
Oh, dang.
Yeah.
And are these beats you're stealing off YouTube or?
Some of them are his.
Who's him?
Shane. our Shane Smith.
Hey, shout out
Hey,
Shane.
it's funny because he's a lot of people. I hang around with him all the time, and since he's been doing music with me, people trip out because they're like, "Who the hell is this white guy walking in with her to a house party with the long hair? Who's Jesus?" Not yeah, and then they be tripping on him like, "Who the hell is this guy?" And I'm like, "Dude, this is my producer. If you're tripping, I'm tripping. What's up?" You know what I mean? Like, nah, but he makes his own beats too, so he has a lot of cool stuff that we worked with. And then sometimes if I like something, he'll tweak it, and then we'll try to fix it to our liking, and it ends up sounding the same but like totally different, if that makes sense.
And is this music getting distributed through a distribution, or you're just putting it on YouTube and seeing what happens? So you distributed? Oh, okay, that's cool. That's good, because if one day anything happens, at least you get a bag, right?
Yeah. And then honestly, to be honest, like I remember reaching out to, I don't even remember who it was, but it was someone from 5'9" Bullies, I think. And I wanted to come back because, like I said, I right now I have free time. My kids are a little older and stuff, so I have some free time, and I want to use my time like for like good stuff, I guess.
So you were looking for a label, someone to like, hey,
yeah, just anything. Not honestly, I wasn't even looking for something like long term. I was just kind of like, hey, if you guys ever need a girl to talk her shit on a verse, like I got you. Like, don't even trip. Then they plugged me with North Star, and then they're like, here, get a hold of Ernie and them. And then so I got a hold of him. He basically was like, okay, well, you could come in tomorrow. I'll email you 2 songs, and then you can see what you can do with them, and then you can come and record what you got. If we like it, we like it. If we don't, we don't. And I was just like, okay, and I didn't think nothing of it, to be honest. I recorded. I came in, I recorded, knocked it out. The next day, they offered me a contract. So I was like, okay, and
when you say they offered you a contract, is there like a sign-on bonus, or it's just more like we got you for studio time?
Yeah, so it's that as of now. And honestly, like to me, I was just excited to be there. I was excited to do music. I mean, even if it doesn't go anywhere, honestly, I use it as like a therapeutic outlet. You know what I mean?
A tool,
for sure. And sometimes I feel like, because I've had a pretty big social media following for a while, and I feel like a lot of people gravitate towards me. They listen to what I say, and if I could express some of that stuff on music, even sometimes on a podcast, because that's something that I want to tap into as well, then I'm all for it. Like I want to be like, you know what I mean? I guess I'm just an advocate for the things that you go through that you really can't speak on, or like what I mean? Things that people are afraid to say, or maybe don't even know how to process their feelings into words. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I understand. I get it. So what kind of influencer are you? Like, do you do skits?
I do everything. I do everything. And it's funny because people don't know exactly, like they don't know my history. I actually went viral for a skit. It was like a tax season time skit. I did 2 characters, and it was Creepy and Lupita.
And you were the same one?
And I was the same person, but I was both, you know what I mean, going back and forth like as it was a phone conversation. That hit. I had the Facebook that it went viral, but then I deleted it. You know what I mean? It was just dumb stuff that happened on social media, but I ended up deleting it. Well, Mexican World Star still has it on theirs, and it has 5.5 million views.
Dang. Yeah. And what are you saying in the skit?
You guys are gonna have to look it up, but because it's a long skit. But anyways, it's about tax season time. And then like people quote it, even like some of the other producers, they'll be like, "Hey, Creepy, it's Lupita," and I'm like, so it's funny, and a lot of people quote it. They'll be like, "Dude, I actually made merch off of it."
Really?
Yeah. And the furthest that I sent it to was in Japan, because my girl was married to some dude that's overseas or whatever. He's in the military. But yeah. He
and what did the merch say? Like, what was
it? Was the carrot. That's why I was so tripping, because I was like, dude, I could sell anything then. It just gave me like the push, because I was like, people would actually buy this sweater for $35. It has the freaking character, the creepy character, and then it says it's a go, fool, because it was part of it, So yeah, it was pretty funny.
And how many did you print?
At least I would say maybe like 40.
Oh, dang,
yeah, 40, and
good.
for 35 each.
Dang,
yeah,
that's good.
So it went pretty viral, and then I did like a part 2 and then a part 3, but I lost access to the part 2 and the part 3. Yeah, I went into this whole like novella, like it was like a whole series. It was funny, and then me and my aunt ended up doing like the little mini novelas, and we, how like when you're Mexican family, they're always gossiping and chismosas and stuff like that. All the tias are talking about all their kids, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So we were doing like those types of things, and the filters were heck of funny. They were like, when they make your nose bigger, it just makes you ugly. That we just kept going and going. So that's basically like all the stuff that I would do.
I think that it's pretty cool that you're not embarrassed, because
No.
some people are like, I don't want to look like a dumbass, or I don't want to.
Yeah, no, I'm definitely I'm so dead. Like literally, that character is what it was. That was what's on the sweater. And dude, the most prettiest girls too would be like taking their little selfies with that picture on it, and I'm like, yes, yes. And they all like, they're like, dude, we missed that skit. That skit is so funny. So every year, tax season time, they'll reshare it. And it's like, it's tax season time. Watch out with Creepy and Lupita or something like that.
Hey, so what do your kids think about you being a rapper? Do they cap on you or what?
No, actually, but my kids share the same love for music, honestly.
Really?
Like, yeah. We actually have recordings of like on Band Lab and stuff like that where it's me, my son, and my daughter. My daughter actually knows how to sing really well.
Oh, dang.
Yeah, so we're getting her in the studio soon. She just was finishing some stuff up with school and stuff. Like she just graduated high school.
Oh,
she's
okay.
working, you know what I mean? And my son, he's 19 too. So I have older kids. So
Then you're pretty much, that's why you're doing whatever you want right
yeah,
now.
kind of. I just have the time on my hands. So I was like, I'm going to use it to like be in the studio, because if not, you know what I mean, I just don't want to get into anything else. And I just feel like with this world, I mean, like with this era even, you know what I mean, it's hard, it's easy to get caught up in stuff that you really don't want to, you know what I mean? But so I try to keep my time busy and just be in the studio, do some things, use the studio as an outlet to, I guess, to reach people, you know, because I would say like the past few years, 3-4 years maybe, it's been a little roller coaster, you know what I mean? Like a lot has happened, and I feel like those things that happen were like meant to break me. But I'm honestly, like right now I'm doing music and it's been helping me a lot. And now that I'm able to speak on it and I'm in control of my emotions now, and I'm able to like express it without maybe, I guess, bashing other people is what I wanted to wait for in order to. So it's a very calculated process. I'm always thinking ahead and what I could do with it and how I'm going to turn it. I have like that business mind, you know what I mean? So I just kind of take it like that and use it like that.
That's cool.
Yeah.
So, like, I know you said that you have 19-year-old kid and all that, but when you were younger, how was your life? Did you come, like, from a broken home, or, like, were your parents together?
Yeah, well, they were from what I remember, I think I was maybe 9 when they divorced. And then it was, like, cool, but I was always I was back and forth in my...
Oh, so you didn't pick a side?
And no, I was very back and forth. So they kind of made it seem like I was, like, a hard kid to deal with. But I think it was just because as parents, even now that I'm a parent, we tend to, like, not want to hear what a child has to say. You know what I mean? Like, oh, you're like that type of stuff where it's like stay in a child's place. Like as a Mexican family, you grew up in a Mexican family, you really don't have a say so, you know? And like with me, I wanted to be the type of parent where my kids had a say so or can express how they feel about a certain situation. So with me, I was never heard, you know what I mean? So I think that's why sometimes now I make it a point, like I want to be heard. You're going to see me, you're going to hear me, whether you like it or not. I'm going to be vocal about this because I was never allowed to, I guess. So I guess back then I was considered kind of like a bad kid because I had a voice and I wanted to use my voice, you know, and I never backed down of anything. I felt like I was always in survival mode, even with my own parents, you know? So yeah, like when I was maybe 15, 16, I don't want to put like I said, I don't want to put anyone on blast, but there had been certain situations where I was like literally sleeping outside. Like I was sleeping on slides sometimes and I think back and I'm like, damn, as 15, 16-year-old, like I couldn't imagine my kids having to go through that, right?
Yeah.
I'd do the craziest stuff even just to freaking, you know what I mean, have money in my pocket to eat and just to avoid going home. And then because there was also, you know, sublegal stuff happening to where if I went home, I'd be facing, you know, jail time and stuff like that. So it was, I would say I had like a rough, and then I got pregnant very early on, and that basically I would say saved me.
So he like brought you into his home or whatever, your boyfriend at the time, or or he was sleeping outside with you?
No. So that's a whole nother story. I mean, I'm pretty sure like that is something that I want to bring to the table too, because that's another story too. But it's a lot. It's a whole thing. We could probably be here for hours talking about. It's a lot. I'm a very interesting person, and you know. But now that we're here, you know, it was a blessing for sure. Like, everybody kind of was like against it because obviously, you know, it's frowned upon. You're not supposed to be that young having a baby having a baby, you know.
Yeah.
But all in all, like, it really did save me, and I was very grateful. And like I said, I prioritized that, and nothing ever came before that. So even if I had opportunities with the rap stuff and all this other stuff, it's just, they always came first, you know? And then, you know, I was always, I guess, I don't know, just trying to save whatever relationship I could, because I felt like as a kid I wasn't really like loved like that. So I sometimes felt like I wasn't worthy of, and then if I had that one person, why would I ruin that, you know? But now that I'm older, you know what I mean, and I'm getting to like getting out of these relationships, I guess, because I'm newly single. I haven't been single since January. So
you've been single since January?
Since January.
And what about
this
before
is my
that?
first year. So I was with my ex-husband for about almost 14 years.
Oh, dang.
We were married 10 out of those 14.
Oh, okay.
And then shortly after, I would say maybe like 7 months, I got into another 3-year relationship.
Oh, dang.
If I thought being in my last relationship was bad and then going into a worse one, it was just like, whoa. But then obviously there were some things that went on in between where I felt like my worth was like somewhere down low and I didn't feel like I deserved anything better. So coming out of that one was like, oh yeah, no, I got to change some stuff, because everybody views me in this light. Everybody thinks I'm like popular and pretty, and you know what I mean, she's so nice and she cooks and she must be the best freaking wife and girlfriend, and you know, she showcases all these, you know, positive things. But then when you're in a relationship with somebody who's competing with you, it's kind of,
you get home and they make you feel like nothing when everybody's pumping you up.
Absolutely. So they're like, I'm like, well, maybe because he knows me, like he knows me in depth, and maybe what he's saying is true. Maybe what they're all saying about me is true, because they all say the same thing. You know what I mean? And having to take myself out of that and like building myself back up, and like having to look at myself in the mirror and be like, you know what, girl, like you are it. Like don't let nobody, like these people are projecting all of their insecurities onto you. You know, you just walk in, you're yourself, you're that light, you know? You're that person. You're the person that naturally has that in them. And then there's other people who try their hardest to be that and still can't. Yeah. You know, still can't. So they envy you for those things. And I had to really like sit down with myself and learn that, like, and tell myself that that's what it is, because it really is. Like people will try to mimic you and be just like you, and they don't realize. Yeah, they don't realize that people could see through that shit. People could see through that. They could see through them and how fake certain things are. And then I've also learned that sometimes people keep you around because it's an ego boost. It's an ego boost. So if you have, say I'm your girlfriend, you have me by your side, oh, she's this, she's that, she's that, and she's with him, so he must be something great, right? It's either he has the money, he has the personality, he has something. There's something about him that keeps her there, right? What is it? You know what I mean? So then you start asking him, what is it? So it gives the image as if he's somebody that he's really not, because she's a great catch. So how the hell, how is that staying intact, you know? And so it's not really that they want you, it's just what they want, what comes with it, you know? So I had to learn that too. And that one was heartbreaking, you know, but all in all, I mean, I'm glad I'm just not there anymore. And I'm glad that I'm able now to talk about it without crying and stuff like that. So it's, like I said, it's definitely, the music's coming. The music's coming. We actually just made a song the other day. That one's crazy. I'll send it to you so you could hear it. But it's you know, telling stories that have some bit of truth to them, and basically surviving something that almost became true, you know? So the first time around, I feel like the music was fun, a little ratchet, you know what I mean? I talk my shit, you know what I mean?
Yeah, because I seen like you just recently dropped a video, right?
Yeah,
what was
crazy.
It? Brazy?
Oh my gosh,
There's a bunch of girls, females that are shaking. I'm like, okay.
Dude, okay, so I was like, I know this is about to go crazy, because like, obviously, you know what I mean? The guys were like, you know? Even I was like, that ass is assing, you know what I mean? I was like, hey, I want her in the front, like, you know, because it's like damn, like, you know, it's like almost like a live strip club without having to pay for anything, you know?
And are these like your friends that are in it, or honestly, just random chicks? I didn't know any of them.
I didn't know the girl that did the music video with me, the one that was rapping with me, she freaking those are all her people. So then I, like, you know what I mean? Because honestly, like I said, I was put away majority of like my life, so I didn't know all your friends. No, I didn't know anybody. I never really had friends like that. You know, I was always to myself. Oh, shit. And so, and the friends that I do have, they're married. I'm not gonna be like, hey, girl, can you come say hi for the video? Like, and don't you just tell your husband I brought him 12-pack or something, you know? Like, he just chill. Nah. No, so I was like, I didn't really know who to call. And I'm like, I want this video to be like ratchet. We need the ratchets. Like, let's not say that the girls were ratchet, but like, I need it to be ratchet, you know? And I'm Big Mo, so I can't be throwing ass in a circle. And we're not fit to do that, you know? Like, that's not the image I'm trying to put out there. But yeah. Yeah. So I was just like, you know what? I was like, let's get the girls. Like, but I didn't ask anybody to do that. They all willingly did whatever they wanted to do. Like, you guys want to do that, y'all do that. But I wasn't asking anybody to do that, you know? So it just turned out the way it did. And, you know, it wasn't a bad night. Yeah, it wasn't a bad yeah, he had a blast.
The producer's
he's like, ew. This is my view for the day. All snap, you know? No, but dude, they had posted it. Yeah, they had freaking posted it, right? It ended up on Northern Hispanic, like all kinds of freaking Valley Cure TV, Valley Fools or something like that. And then the comments. And here's the thing about the whole social media stuff, right? Like I said, this all started for me like 5 years ago, the whole Creepy and Lupita thing, right?
Yeah.
Then it brought more traffic to my page. You know, makeup companies were sending me PR packages.
Really?
Freaking lingerie, like Yandy.com was sending me lingerie packages, like PR packages just for me to promote, right? So people genuinely don't know my history. I've built that thick skin throughout these years, and then including my exes and stuff like that, because they were always freaking making fun of me and talking about me too. So it was like, I get it at home and I get it out in public. Like, whatever these people say nowadays, it does not faze me. Sometimes it's funny, like they do be, they be roasting.
Because I didn't see the comments.
Look, listen, I was wearing a red shirt. Okay, mind you, I didn't have no clothes, and I still kind of don't, like, low key, because like, and I'm not even embarrassed to say it, because we be down sometimes, and all in all, I could wear some in my Adam Sandler era and I'm still bomb.com. I don't even care, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But it's just like, so I didn't have any clothes. I didn't have any clothes for the video, and my homegirls are like tiny, you know what I mean? And I'm just like, bro, I can't fit in your clothes now. And then I'm trying to call whoever to see, hey, can your husband lend me a jersey, because I need a jersey for the whatever. And then she's like, no, sorry. And I'm pretty sure they probably thought it was weird. They were like, why is she asking us to do that? I'm just please, I'm not trying to wear this red ass shirt. I look like a fucking Kool-Aid man, first of all. That's what they kept saying in the comments. That's what they thought. Yeah, Big Mo for real. Yeah, exactly. And I was just like, dude, this is so crazy. And then we had to shoot more B-rolls. And I was like, all right, at least the second time I looked a little more decent. And I was like, bro, although this first music video, it was cool. It's a nice video. But at the same time, yeah, no, we could have did better. I could have did it better. But all in all, I'm like, all right, well, this is the first one. This one's just for fun. And then when it's going to get better and get better and get better, you know? We all make it. That's how you learn how to get better. I mean, you're not just always going to be perfect. And that's the thing that people need to understand about this whole lifestyle, this whole thing. It's like, not everything's going to be perfect. And you got to know how to take, like, the bad with good. Like, you got to turn it into a positive. So, I don't know.
Next time, hit us up. We got you on the shirt.
Period. I'm gonna be like, I need a shirt. I want to look at it.
Yeah. We go up to 4X. So you're bigger than that. You know,
the Kool-Aid girl needs a shirt.
We got you.
But thank you. And so, yeah, it was just the comments were like, oh, some dude goes, man, this torta's spitting. I said extra guacamole, food. So I swear, so because I said that, you know, like my personality, that's where it is. You know what I mean? I don't take that serious. You know, I don't care what anybody says, because all in all, they don't really understand like the deeper meaning for me, you know? Because for a little while, they're like, even right now, like I'm fucking nervous. I'm nervous as hell. I'm hot. I'm probably sweating. But because out of nowhere, like, well, not out of nowhere, but because of my relationships I was in, you know, I genuinely built that like whole social anxiety stuff. Like, I couldn't even be out in public for a while because I'd start to freaking sweat and I'd be nervous. I'm looking over my shoulder like, oh shit, I'm on toes. Who's coming for me? Like, you know what I mean? Like that. Like, it got really bad. Like the PTSD and all that stuff is so real. It's insane. So with all of that stuff, like, it was really hard for me. So people genuinely don't know that I'm really just doing this for myself, to be able to push myself out of my comfort zone again, to be the superstar I'm meant to be. I have this freaking video clip. Well, I had this video clip when I was little. I don't even remember how old I was. I think I was like 9, 10 maybe. I look about that age, huh, Shane? I said, I have big dreams. You know, I'm a straight A student. Ain't that crazy or something like that? And I'm going to use it for one of my videos, like a little snippet, you know what I mean? Because I'm going to write a song that's like a letter to myself, right, when I was younger. Because all in all, like, I just wish that I had somebody to hear me out. You know what I mean? And if I could, I could be going through the worst of my worst, and I'm like smiling. Hey guys, you know, you couldn't even know that I'm going through something, you know, and I was able to be there for others, like how I wanted people to be there for me, type stuff. But using all of this and doing all of this, it's for a higher purpose. You know what I mean? It's not for the popularity or for the clout, because I've already wrote all of that already. You know what I mean? People know who I am. People approach me. This guy even, I'll post him on Snap. He's all popular now. People go the corner stores, they recognize him, and yeah, and literally, and that's how it is. Like, I'll post people and I'll tag them, and I'm really just that person. Like, I'll plug you in, or like, hey, come do the song with me, or how, dude, you're cool. Like, let's do this video. It's so funny. Let's do a skit. You know what I mean? And I already have a platform. You know, like, for example, TikTok, I have like 29,000 followers. That's right. Just cause, you know what I mean? Just cause. You need a fat guy.
You're the Kool-Aid man.
The Kool-Aid man. Hey, that's mine. No, I'm just kidding. Nah, so like that, you know, it's like I have 29,000 for TikTok, and that was over a freaking filter. I had a video 1.1 million views, and it was a filter, dude, and
that's some real thick skin too, because that is hilarious.
Yeah, and the comments on that one, oh my gosh, they were like, okay, so it's a filter where the lips are huge, right? And I'm sitting in front of Panera eating a freaking salad, and you guys, I'm all smacking on it, right? And I'm just like, if you're poor and you can't afford lip, and the way I did my voice too is so crazy. I'm like, if you're poor and you can't afford lip injection, just say that, like that, right? And yeah, literally, it went 1.1 million views on fucking TikTok. So it got me to a point where, like, I had all these followers. People genuinely thought it was real, and they were like,
they thought you were for real.
They were like, bro, they were so pissed, like, oh, like, dude, if you were to read the comments, it's insane. They'll be like, oh, did she inject the rest of her body too? If you can't afford a gym membership, just say that. And like, dude, like, they're going vicious. In on me. Dude, they were like, okay, Miss Piggy, freaking oink oink, like, all kind. Like, if you guys were to go to the comments, you guys would bust up laughing. And like, sometimes I'll have time, and dude, I know how to roast like no other. Like, I grew up like that. Me and my brothers roast each other all the time. Yeah, like, that's just how it went for me. So I'm like good at it, like this. You know what I mean?
What's your TikTok so people can watch it?
I don't even know it. I think it's underscore MOEE or something like that, with 4 E's, I think. Maybe. I'm not too sure.
And so if they put Big Mo, it won't come out?
It might. I'm not too sure.
I think there's 2 E's. I'll look it up real quick.
Okay, thank you. Yeah. So that.
Because everybody's going to want to see this. They're like, let's see those
Dude,
comments.
it's also on Instagram. Yeah, it's also on Instagram too. I started, because I wouldn't use Instagram much. I shouldn't.
These are some of the comments right here.
Yeah.
We're going to put them in the video.
Yeah, no, like, we're like, oh, look it. Oh, remember you? Yeah, remember you. We were right here.
Yeah, we'll put them in there.
No, but dude, seriously, they thought it was real. So, and it's like, dude, you can literally see the freaking filter glitch. And it's like, are people really that, like, they believe anything? They believe
just want something to talk about. Someone to make fun of.
Something.
Yeah,
and I'm just like,
that's cool.
Damn, like, not the middle-aged woman. Hold on.
So it's underscore Momo with 4 E's at the end.
Yeah. So that, and then there is a lot of them actually. Even
Or you can send me a screenshot of it.
Okay, period.
So that, I mean, I think that's cool that you're laughing at it.
Yeah.
And, you know, you have to be like that because the internet, you know, they're wild.
Yeah.
Because they're not there in front of you. I bet you if it was in front of you, no one would say nothing.
Oh no,
you know?
that's a switch up for real. Because to be honest, like I said, of that comment, there was a dude who was like saying what he was saying, and the tortas are spitting or whatever. And I was like, extra guacamole. And then all of a sudden he's DMing me.
Now he followed
like, hey,
you.
Can we work together? You're hella funny. You're cool. And this and that. And it's just like, okay, like what would have happened if I, you know, reacted to that in a negative way?
Oh, yeah,
you know what
get
I mean?
mad at
it would have been like, oh, you're this and that. And it's just like, dude, people don't understand that that's the reaction that they want out of you, because they know you're popping. They're gonna know that you're gonna feel pressed and you're weak at the end of the day. That's what they're gonna take it as, you know, because it's like, if I tell you, oh, you know, I don't even want to say it, but like, you know, if I'm coming at somebody and they come at me back, it's because they're insecure about that stuff. Like it triggered them enough for them to come back at me, you know? Yeah. And then, so now I know I have that power over you because you fell into that, you know? And now I know I hurt you and I got that power over you. And I know what hurts you, and I'm gonna hold it over your head. Like, no, you will never know. No one will ever know when they have one up on me or what hurts me or if it's true or not. You know what I mean? I would never get nobody that power to.
So now that you've been single and you've been popping, now you've been getting a bunch of guys or what?
Honestly, it's already been popping before that. Honestly, like, let's keep it real. Let's be for real now. Honestly.
She got divorced.
Were you the reason?
Now, when I was married, though, I really included him in a lot of stuff. You know what I mean? I included him in a lot of skits. So he was like, honestly, when we divorced, he was popular himself.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So he had his own little following too. But then eventually, you know, the clout stays with the talent. You know what I mean? Like, at the end of the day, I'm not saying that he's not, because he was a funny guy too. But at the end of the day, like, I'm the one with the ideas. You know what I mean? And it's gonna stick to wherever it's gonna stick, and that's it. But yeah, no, like, actually, I got a lot of plugins. Like, I got a lot of plugins freaking from a lot of people that I met, like, throughout. For example, you ever need to hook up on I got you. Some Disneyland tickets.
Oh,
okay,
like, okay, yeah.
I
was like, what you say?
Come on. Nah, but yeah, like, I got the plugins, dude. I would go places and they would hook me up hella fat. They're like, oh my god, I follow you and you're so funny, you're great, you're this and that. And people would just hook me up just for the freezies, you know what I mean? And it just became a thing. And dude, honestly, it was just a little bit of everything. But anyways, yeah, no, I was never a bad person. Like, I for sure, like, loved being married. I'm a relationship type of girl for sure. I don't like being single, to be honest. It's ratchet out here. Like,
you've already been in like 6 wannabe relationships, secret relationships, huh?
No, I always tell people, you know what's crazy though? I do tell a lot of people though, but yes, with being a rapper, it comes with more. Before it was steady, but now it's more, you know, and yeah, because now it's like the rap game, and it's like there's a lot of people who want it but don't have, like, I guess, the work ethic to get it. Because like, I'm telling you, when I work, I'm working. Like, people will call me, they'll be like, damn, you're still at the studio, you might as well live there. Well, do you have a freaking bed that you could bring over here? Because I might, you know what I mean? Like, at this point, I don't care. I'll sleep on the damn couch. I'll sleep on the bench, you know? But yeah, because when I'm in the studio, we're in there like hours. Like, you guys ever want to come through and come kick in and see how the process goes down? You guys are more than welcome to, because it's fun for me. You know what I mean? I like it. Some people think it's all party and whatever, because they'll come and they'll want to chill, and they're like literally watching me like go crazy, like, on Shane, like, Shane, no, this is what I'm hearing. Delete this and then do this and distort this part, and then he's just like, okay.
For those 10 hours, it's awful.
Yeah.
Oh, it's sober? You do it sober?
No, I don't. And it's funny because I do go out there and also, like, social network at the networking. I'm networking, and people really think like, damn, she's always partying, she's always doing this. He knows, and people trip out because they'll be like, dude, you're always partying, you're always drinking. And I'm like, honestly, I'll take a shot, maybe 2 if you're lucky. Sometimes I'll drink a Michi, and that's about it. And I'm like, cool for the rest of it. I always drink ice water or a Red Bull, ice Red Bull. But yeah, no, sober for the most part. I network. Like, for example, like I've said, I've only been doing this for 3 months. I'm already plugged in with a few people that own businesses in the area, and I'm getting to know different people. And I really do think about the business aspect and how I can put on for my label, you know what I mean, and for the other people that are on it that might not have, you know what I mean, the ability to network the way I do, or to shake hands with people and have the personality and the smile to be like, hey, like, you know, I bring that in naturally, you know, I do, and so it works out for me. So I like that for myself. So.
Do you plan on like hitting LA and hitting the Bay? Like, obviously, where there's more people, there's more connections, right?
Well, yeah, I'm already kind of plugged in with some dudes in SAC. Like, they're already sending me some beats and stuff, and they're like, dude, you sound cool. Like, let's do some music. And I'm just like, all right, cool. Like, and I think I'll tap in with that because it's a different exposure. Like, they're doing their music over there. If we, you know what I mean, come together, it's, you know what I mean, we're going back and forth, you know? So kind of just that, and you know, it's cool. I like it.
It's fun, the networking and all that without having to worry someone getting in trouble.
But then again, it comes with a lot, man. It's exhausting. People don't understand how exhausting it is to be out there. Like, really, like, all I want sometimes, I'm like, and I'll tell them, I'm like, Shane, I hate this life. I hate this life. And it's not really that I hate it, but it's just like, I would rather be at home in bed, watching a movie, you know what I mean? Just doing something chill, like, under the AC.
But are you, like, charging for features, or... Like, have you seen any money?
Depending on, and no, well, to be honest, because we've barely
Start
we
this
barely
network.
started. We
Yeah.
barely started, and I'm barely networking. So, for example, you know what I mean? I got invited to do this show, I think next week or something like that, and they offered me $300 for a 30-minute slot. But you know, sometimes you got to be careful. Sometimes you just have to make those decisions where it's like, do I want to associate, or do I want to disassociate? Do I want to wait for this opportunity? So I really have to you have to make those choices. You know
So
what I
did
mean?
you take the gig or not?
Well, I did, but I canceled.
Really?
Only because there was other people that were supposed to be in it, and the people that were supposed to be in it, I guess I valued their presence more than whatever else was going to be there, and I was like, nah, I don't want to make it about me if it's not about me, you know.
So you want to be the last one to perform instead of an opener, or what?
Well, they gave me the option whether I wanted to open or close the show. But because I have a music video that same day, I didn't want to interfere with it or whatever. But they kind of gave me the option to do it, because they called me and they're like, "Well, I heard Big Mo is the hottest thing out." And I was just like, "Who the hell told you that?" Because I'm so humble about it. I'm just like, "Huh?" They say, "Who said that?" You know what I mean? And but no, I kind of just decided not to, because the main person, I guess that the people were excited about, because when I posted about it, they were really excited about that guy. And that guy, I think I don't know, maybe he wasn't available for that day or what, but he wasn't going to do the show. So I was just like, nah, I would rather not, because then they were asking me if I wanted to basically make it, I don't know, kind of seemed like it was trying to they were trying to get me to see if I could have more people show up
or sell
or whatever.
tickets or shit like that.
I don't want to. I'm like, no, I don't think so.
Yeah.
I don't want to do that. I'm still barely starting out too, and I'm not gonna put more on my plate than I already have, you know, especially because I'm just starting out. I'm not gonna. And then you never know, what if people have the misconception of something, you know what I mean? Or this person's not showing up, they come to see him. They didn't come
who the fuck is this?
They didn't come to see me. Who the hell is this girl? We don't like her, you know what I mean? Because they really don't. They don't be liking me out here. They don't, but yeah, no, so I just think it's a little too fresh for me to be like, oh yeah, I'm gonna take this person's spot. And that's the last thing I want for it to come off as. I'm not trying to take nobody's spot. I don't think I'm bigger than what I am. I'm not, that's not the way I want to go. So I kind of was like, it's not gonna work out for me, because I already know how this backlash and the whole, I think of every scenario that can go wrong, and I'm just like, okay, no, I'm not gonna put myself in that one, you know?
Can I make a suggestion to you? Yes. So you know how you always carry Shane, your producer?
Yeah.
I would give this guy a GoPro and just start vlogging, you know? So you're doing content, you know?
Yeah.
So you're doing content. Yeah.
He's I don't get paid enough for this shit. He's already bring her eyes.
Remember those 200 ads?
Bulls?
Yeah, post that you're a producer, see how much you can make, you know? It's because you gotta pretty much capitalize off of it, you know?
No, okay, well I record a lot of stuff. See, I'm all in one person. I could and I tell people this all the time. I don't need people's help. You want to do this and you want to do that, and they try to make it seem like they're doing me a favor. And I'm like, no, bro, I don't need your help doing this. I don't need your help doing that. I can market myself. I could do this. I could do that, right? I'm a little bit of everything. But all in all, dude, not you. When he told me about you, I was just like, dude, I'm so excited. This is so cool. Yeah, and I get excited about stuff like this because this is legit. For me, this is fun. This is cool. This is something that I aspire to do. And you're obviously doing big things with this. You know what I mean? So I respect that. Yeah. It's not on no weird clout. Stupid, you already have your own stuff, you know what I mean? Yeah. And sometimes you have to watch out for stuff like that, because dude, people really do come around you for a few follows, and it's crazy the lengths that they go just for a little bit of exposure, or for a tag on your social media, or to be associated with you in any kind of way. And it's just you know, I'll give you what you want a little bit, but all in all, or can you maintain it? You know what I mean? That's the thing. It's can people maintain what comes with it? Yeah,
because I used to think like you too, and I used to be like, well, I could do everything, you know? But at the end of the day, you can't shoot your own music video. If you do, you're going to be able to tell, you know? There's certain things where pretty much that's why we have a cameraman.
Yeah, no, absolutely. That I absolutely agree. You know? I agree with that. But as far as plugging in, or like I said, the whole networking thing. For example, there was someone who was trying to basically get into meeting the people that I'm doing business with, as far as the music videos come. I know I can't shoot my own. I don't want to shoot my own music video. You know what I mean? That's a shout out to Money Shot Joe, by the way. He's the best. He has been doing my music videos, and I'm very, like I said, I'm very humble when it comes to all the whole stuff. But all in all, when people try to come to me and they try to make me feel like they're helping me in a sense, as far as oh, well, being tapped in with me is going to help you because this and that. No, you know what I mean? Like I have my label for that, and I have this for that, and I have my people for this. And if I'm doing this on my own and I'm networking on my own, I don't need to add you to that. It just kind of seems like people are trying to use me as a stepping stool to get in wherever I'm at.
And that's what comes with it
work.
too. But you know what? Like what you're saying is true. But if it's someone that matches your followers, or you see them constantly working, it's good to network like that.
Yeah.
Trust me. Like,
well, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you're at 30K, we're at 30K. Let's collab. It's not like you're not gonna get more off me than I'm gonna get off you. It's more. That's when
I'm definitely one to put one on, but when it's not a match. When it's not a match, and it's something lower, and you're trying to act higher, and it's just like,
and they've been working for 2 weeks, and you've been working for years.
For me, it's just like, yes, I understand that I'm new to the whole music business, but I know what I bring. You know what I mean? But I'm not gonna lowball myself, and like, again, knowing your worth, it goes tapped into everything, whether it's your personal life or even your business life. You have to know your worth and not sell yourself short. If you know that this kind of seems sketch, and it just seems like they're trying to eat off your plate, I don't mind sharing, but all in all, you're not going to eat my entire food and, you know,
leave you a crumb.
Yeah, exactly. So that's not what I want to do. And he knows, everybody from my label knows, like, I'm the type of person like, let's do this, let's do that. For example, like earlier when we were doing I did the Snapchat thing. Like, I just did it because I liked it, and if I like it, I'll promote it. Like, here, like, I'm not even asking about anything. He hooked me up with the thing. Yeah. So I was just like, okay, cool. Like, I'll take it. Thank you. I appreciate it.
And he's like a young, humble guy.
Yeah, and I'm very appreciative of that. I'm like, he didn't have to give me nothing, but all in all, like, I want to help him because he's like, oh, hey, I recognize you.
See,
like,
and most people won't do that. They'll just give you a weird stare, and like they know you, but they're not gonna come up to you and be like, hey, I follow you. Hey, you know.
And I'm the type of person, like, I'll be like, oh, you do? Do I follow you back? And then they'll be like, oh, I don't know it. And then I'll say, let me see. And then if I don't, I'll follow them back because that's just, I'm not bigger than anybody. I'm just a regular person. I'm just Monique. You know what I mean? So
for the videos, do you direct anything? Are you like, hey, I want, you know, let's put this in the background. Let's like, do you put in work like that, or you're just like?
No, I'm very hands-on. I'm very hands-on when it comes to like what I want, what I hear the music, and what I want. Like, I'll get mad at him. I'll be like, no, Shane, this is what I want. I want the echo on this part. I want it to go lower here. Like, he's like, oh, you give me a headache. Like, he hates. Sometimes he's like, I need a break. I need to go outside, you know? And I'm just like, are you tired of me already? And he'd just be like,
there's like a, you know, it's a barrier. It's trying to get, you know, your thoughts, you know, to.
Yeah, you're trying to read what she's saying. Yeah.
Sometimes it can get lost in translation, but we eventually get there.
Yeah. So I'm very like, oh, okay, I have an idea for this, and I have an idea because I'm just full of ideas, honestly, and I'm okay with like sharing them, and you know what I mean, having people come in and do this and do that. Like, I love to be able to say, hey, there's an opportunity for you and for us, and let's do this and let's do that. It's always an us thing, and it's never just a me thing, you know. And I think with people seeing that, that's what's gonna get people far, honestly.
Yeah.
And staying humble and all that stuff, because people do perceive me to be like stuck up. Maybe they think that I'm like, I don't know. Honestly, sometimes my face isn't very welcoming, especially when and he feels the same way too, because sometimes we're like, are you okay? You're good, Mo? Like, you're good? And I'm like, yeah, why? Like, what the hell? Like, I'm cool. And he'd be like, oh, okay, because you look mad. And I'm just like, honestly, every time I'm not smiling or something like that, like, I do look bothered or mad, and I'm just in my own thought or whatever. And it's not even that. So I think sometimes I just look unapproachable. Yeah. But for the most part, I'm just so super nice and like cool. And even someone had responded to our snaps the other day. We did like a Q&A. I said
oh, that's cool.
Yeah, we did like a break session. I was like, we're at the studio. We're taking a break, a music break. We're doing a Q&A. Ask us questions. It's
that's cool. That's awesome.
Questions that, and again, and that's what I told Shane. I said, I've been doing like business, you know what I mean, within the past 5 years, and interacting with the people that follow you and support you is so important.
Yeah, when you interact.
Because it's like you're humanizing yourself. You know what I mean? They look at you like you're the superstar, and you're just regular. You know what I mean? You're just the same as them, and you have the same problems, and you, I mean, probably can relate on a lot of things. But how would they know if you don't humanize yourself? And you're just a big old superstar that wouldn't even know what it's like to feel the way they feel, and it's quite the opposite, you know. And so we'll do the Q&As, and it's freaking hilarious.
What was the funniest question they asked?
There's a lot.
Real tits.
They were saying that he's hella thick. He's like, damn, he's thick as fuck. And I was like, hey, body by horchata. I'm gonna tell you that much.
Well, that's your favorite Mexican drink or what?
Oh, yeah. That's a Modelo.
And then so there's just a lot, but you know, there were. Yeah, exactly that one. And so it's just a lot. There's a lot of stuff. So we do interact with a lot of people, and you know, we tell people they asked us or they said something about they seen us in public. They wanted to say hi, but they were too nervous because like, you know, we're Shane and Big Mo, you know. And I'm like, what the heck? Like, next time y'all see us in public, come up, say hi. You know what I mean? We'll hug you guys. Like, 'cause I'm a hugger, so when I meet people, I'll be like, hey, like I give hugs, and people will feel uncomfortable. Sometimes, oh, the hell, you know.
My sister's gonna love her. I'm pretty sure she probably follows you.
Yeah, so you know what I mean? Like, I'm just freaking regular. You know what I mean? I'm just a girl who likes to have fun and likes to do music, and I just stay true to myself, you know. And there's a lot of people who can't. I stand in my truth. Like, I can tell you right now, honestly, people are hating on me so much right now. I'm probably like in the worst position in my life.
Really?
Yes.
I was gonna ask you if you were in the best position.
And you wouldn't think that, right? You would think, and nobody thinks that. They're like, oh, she's this rap star, and she probably does this, and she does that, and she goes out, and she has a good old time, and this, that. And honestly, I can tell you right now, I mean, I feel like when you don't have your own place, I'm technically homeless. Like, you know what I mean? I don't have my own place. I don't like, I live with my roommate, but she has her husband and her kids and stuff like that. And
so you don't really want to be home.
To keep it real, like, no, when then that's the thing is I live in Visalia.
Oh,
but I'm always in Porterville for the studio. You know what I mean? And when I say studio time and it's work time, I genuinely stay in Porterville just to freaking. Sometimes even I'll sleep. We'll be at freaking studio till 3 a.m.
Okay.
We might as well freaking just go upstairs in the lounge area and sleep on the couch. Like, I'm cool with that, because all in all, like, when I'm motivated, I'm motivated. When I work, I work. Like, when I know what it is like to get out the mud for real. You know what I mean? Like, when I was young, 15 years old, sleeping on a damn slide. You think I care about sleeping on a couch in a studio? Hell no. Just get it. What do you want to do? You know what I mean? Like, I'm just true to myself. You know what I mean? And if I to me, it's nothing. It's not embarrassing, but you know, because I accomplished a lot of things before the age of 30. I was already a homeowner at the age of 27. So, I mean, I've had it before. If I had it before, I could get it again, probably even better this time. You know, so all in all, people go through stuff, and it's okay to not be okay. I mean, there's a lot of things that him and I have talked about as far as like podcasting, because we want to do that too. And even if we do it with you guys, it'd be cool too. But because there's a lot to be said. You know what I mean? There's a lot of things that people get embarrassed by. And honestly, like I said, this is why people, I feel, when they get to know me, they respect me, because I can live in my truth, and I could still be the greatest freaking human being even at my worst, and I still wouldn't treat people like shit or still make people feel like shit, and me project whatever the hell I'm going through, because it's no one's fault. You know what I mean? It's not even say shit. Sometimes it's not even my own fault. You know what I mean? Like,
and then a lot of times you're like, if you start thinking like I ain't doing shit, you know, but if you compare yourself to someone else who has less, you start feeling more blessed, like, you know, but the thing is to never compare.
No,
you know?
I don't, and I don't want to do that, because it's like, dude, yeah, people do have it worse than me. I at least have an outlet now.
Or a roof over your head, you know, or a studio, like respect to your, I don't know, your manager or the guy who signed you and is letting you like, hey, it's right there.
He tells me all the time, he goes, you tell me what you need and we got you. And I'm just like, oh, thank you. You know what I mean?
You guys got AC in there?
Yeah, I don't even, it was downstairs. Beautiful. Yeah,
see,
for sure.
And you see, like, for him, that's badass of him, because it's like, he's paying more on the AC because you guys are there without, you know? But he's obviously not complaining, you know? So he's obviously giving you guys the outlet and the time of day.
I think maybe, you know what I mean, and then it just goes to show, like, as far as like work ethic, and I think that's why he doesn't mind, is because we're not there to mess around. And I feel like a lot of people get the misconception of studio time equals party time, and we're making hits, and that's what it is. And we're making hits, and we got tits everywhere. You know what I mean? It's not that. You know what I mean? It's very, like, when it really does get down to it, it really is a little boring. You know what I mean? Like. And we get stressed out. We're like, oh, okay, this doesn't fit. Like, okay, now I have to make up a new lyric. Now I have to do this.
Writer's block.
Yeah, exactly. That right there. And then, you know, like, when I'm creating, and I get creative, and I do one song, and then another song, and then another song. We talk about other beats and other ideas, and how I wish I could find someone who matches this, and you know what I mean? But then again, you know what I mean? I think people, I don't know if it's embarrassment or what it is, but a lot of people don't want to work with me. I don't know why.
It's always like that because this podcasting, you're like, oh, okay, like it should be easy to get interviews. Yeah, but then you get to a point where people are like, yeah, I'll do it. And then the day comes and they're like, oh, because I'm very on point. Like, I'll be like, hey, we're going to schedule you this day. Like, this was supposed to go down Saturday, right?
Yeah.
But I'm going to be out of town. Something came up,
Yeah.
you know? So I had to hit you up and be like, hey, can you do sooner? Like, but we're still going to lock it in, you know?
Yeah.
Because I'm the type to, like, I already made you a promise. You made me a promise. If you don't answer me, I'm not gonna be like, fuck her.
Yeah.
You know, I'm gonna be like, all right, she missed that opportunity.
Yeah.
She, you know,
Like that was her choice.
yeah, that was her choice, and I'm not gonna follow you and be like, hey, come on, hey, you said yeah, hey, what the heck, you know? So I mean, I feel like consistency is major key in this.
Absolutely.
And like you saying you want to do podcasts and all that, like we'll gladly get you on the team, the Big Mo Show, like your own thing. Don't think that I'm gonna be like, hey, you're gonna be a Dark Alley like in our show. You'll have your own show on our platform if you ever, you know. We're that type of person, like you're saying. You match someone that does their work, and now you're like, all right, I see she's a hard worker. Get your interviews, you know. Make sure it's someone with value, you know.
Yeah.
And like, I'm not saying we interview only people with value, but at the end of the day, it has to be someone that does something or is doing something
Absolutely.
and pushing for something, you know?
Yeah.
Like Shane, you guys will get to know him later on better. He's going to be on Tallies with ET pretty soon, you know? So you guys will hear more about his story and see his face. He'll be here, right? Yeah.
We're on top.
Dude.
We can fit 3 people on this.
So, yeah, you know, like, obviously, we've been working for a long time. You know, I started this company in 2020, and we got the store 2-3 years later, you know? And it's like, it's hard. And what you're saying about collabs, you're right.
Yeah.
Because I've never done a collab. I've got so many offers like, hey, let's do a shirt collab. Let's do a shirt collab. And I've never done it.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, bro, I worked so hard to do all this. And even if we don't have a major following, we have a cult following. All of our people, you know, when I post, hey, we just dropped this. You know, and usually people know this, that we'll drop it and we're not going to tell nobody and we're not going to post it for 2 weeks.
Okay.
So if you're a real one and you coming into our store, you're going to grab the new shit and you're going to have it before everybody. And they'll be like, what the fuck? Yeah. You know, he hasn't posted it. Oh, but it's in there, you know? So then our cult following comes and grabs it before everybody.
Yeah.
And now these guys come, hey, you don't have this size. You just posted it. I'm like, it's been out for 2 weeks.
Yeah.
You know, so you missed it and we never re-drop, you know? So, yeah, I mean, it's cool. And it does suck sometimes, you know? Think about it, you know? Like juggling so many things. But if you're a hard worker, like you say, I put more stuff on my plate. You know? Like we don't just do this or this or this.
Yeah.
I used to do the record label thing too, but sometimes it sucks because like my artists personally, they would drink a lot. You know, E.T.'s still my artist, and you know we actually had a meeting yesterday in Glendale about him. You know, about some contracts and money. You know, and it feels good to like that fool's been by my side this whole time, and bam, we finally caught a fish. You know, yeah. But my other artists would drink a lot.
Exciting.
You know, drink too much, and I feel like, but I was a crazy manager. I'll be like, hey, you guys be ready this day. We're renting a fucking expedition and we're going to LA and we're shooting these videos.
Yeah.
You know? And these guys super pumped up. Like, come on. You know, everything, you know, we're on Venice Beach. We have a whole camera crew, drones and things like that. And it's awesome, you know? But then I start feeling like, I don't know, like, they're not taking it as professional as me, you know? Because I'll grab a mirror and be like, hey, I'm going to put this here. I'm going to put this here. And, you know, this is the shot right here. You know, we set up the whole shot. Like, if you guys never seen our videos, go on Dark Alley Records on YouTube, you know? And you're going to trip out. You're like, damn, like, these are professional videos, you know?
Shane actually, he told me about you guys before your friend did, and I was just like, okay. He was showing me all your guys' stuff. I was like, dang, okay, that's creative. Okay, I like that. So he was already telling me about you guys. And then when I started hanging out with your friend, our friend, he was like, hey, you ever, you know what I mean? I was like, oh yeah, Shane had told me about this person, whatever, blah blah. And then he goes, yeah, well, hopefully, you know what I mean, you guys get to work together or whatever. And then he had messaged me about us, you know what I mean, working together. I was like, oh, shut up. I was all excited. I was like, no way. I was like, I'm going to be on Dark Alley. Like, you know, so I got all excited. I was just like, dude, honestly, it wouldn't even matter if you had like, I mean, 5 followers. I don't care. Like I'm here, and if it gets popping, then it gets popping. But honestly, like even just talking about stuff like this is like therapeutic. It's like you're able to talk, and you know, some people will relate, some people won't. You know what I mean? So I like this type of platform, to be honest. So.
Hell yeah!
Do your thing, because you is. I like all of your stuff, and I like your store, and I'm honestly like, this is some stuff that I see, and I'm just like, this is the kind of stuff I want to do. Like, I mean, eventually it'll get there, and if it doesn't, it doesn't. You know what I mean? But all in all, I know how to applaud other people that have it, and even if I never get it, I still applaud it. You know what I mean? I think you're doing amazing, and if no one's told you today, I'll tell you that I am proud of you. Thank you. You're welcome.
Yeah, people tell me all the time, and the thing is, like, me personally, I want to help everybody here in the Valley. That's why we're putting light on you, putting light on, you know, whatever you do, our old teachers, you know, like pretty much anybody doing anything. The guys from Lindsay's Finest, you know, Ruben, I want to interview the main guy because what he's done is legendary, you know, and a lot of the times the stories will not live on, you know, so these people, I pretty much want to have this because, I mean, YouTube probably never going to end, you know? So, like, if I get... Pretty much, let's just say we're already on that topic. The guy from Lindsay's Finest, you know, his kids are never gonna meet him. Yeah. They're just gonna hear like, oh, your grandpa was a player. Like, you know, your grandpa was badass. Yeah. But there's a difference of you watching a video like, damn, that's my grandpa, and you're hearing these stories like, oh shit, you know. So like, we're doing it more for longevity, like for I don't know what you call it, generational and not wealth. It's more generational help, like you're gonna see them a different way, you know, just like right now, your kids, one day they'll go watch this video, damn, grandma was sleeping on the slide, like we went through it, you know, like now we're over here, and like, you know, so that's pretty much what we're doing it for. It's not for the following, because we're so close to getting paid on YouTube. And yesterday the guy's like, well, why don't you just pay to get the rest of the subscribers so you get paid? I'm like, because that's not the goal here.
Yeah, that's not authentic. Yeah,
that's not an authentic following. You know, you have people that bought their followers and they're at 3K followers. They drop a video and it gets 200 views. Yeah. So how does that make sense? Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So like we're building this brick by brick, literally brick by brick. You know, and it's taken us so long, and it's took us so long to even just get here. Yeah. You know.
So how many subscribers do you have to have on YouTube in order for your channel to be monetized?
500, and then you have to have a certain amount of views, watch time, you know?
So, so tell me why I've had this YouTube channel for the longest time, and it was because at the time I was doing like, we're doing, like I said, the skits and the makeup stuff. I genuinely never even used it to my advantage, and I remember opening it back up just recently, and I was like, dude, I didn't know that I had almost 2K on subscribers on YouTube, and I was like, I should re-monetize my channel. I should monetize my channel.
Are you monetized on TikTok?
Yes, I am. Oh, okay. And then I just wanted I get paid off Facebook and Instagram too.
Oh, okay. Yeah, there you go. You see? So like we're monetized on TikTok, and on our record label we're monetized too, but like now instead of pushing the artist itself, I rather do a cosign. Yeah. Like basically, hey, we'll pay for your studio time to record a song. We're gonna pay for your video, and then it'll be on our channel. But we could register the song for both of us, you know? Yeah. Or like basically you keep the revenue, but we just want to always keep pushing artists, you know? And the fact of like, this is our passion, you know, hip hop, graffiti, DJing, you know, rapping, and, you know, pretty much the elements of hip hop. I don't know how deep you are into hip hop, but, you know, that's what we're trying to push. So at the end of the day, like, the subscriber thing, it don't really matter to me because I know all it takes is one person. You know? Yeah. And we've met so much people, and famous people have wore our shirts, and to me that's already a badge. Like, you know, that's a golden star on our jacket or whatever you call it, you know? Because it's like if a famous person liked our shit, you know? Like it just pumps me up more. And then when I would go, before we had the store, I would go to remates, car shows, set up the booth and sell everything. And you got to think, I designed every single shirt we've had. You know? So, like, it's like a stranger listening to your music. Yeah. But this is a stranger buying a product that you drew. Yeah. You know? And these people are walking by, oh, this is dope. Let me get these 2 colors. And I was just like, oh, shit. Yeah. You know,
and then it's too because you believe in your stuff too. And I think that's what comes with it too. When they see the belief in you and your own product, you know what I mean? That's when they're like, okay, I see you working. Okay, I'm gonna support this. I'm gonna support that.
Yeah.
I like what you're doing here, and it's stuff that you wear. It's stuff that you represent yourself. You know what I mean? I feel like some people do all this stuff, and then they expect others to make it pop for them, and that's not how it works. You have to be your own believer. You have to be your own person, your own hustler, basically, to push it out there. You have to like. You know what I mean? You have to put yourself out there. I'm over here making reels of my music and like putting captions to where people are going to relate, and they're resharing, they're reposting. All my stuff's going viral, and it's just like that's the type of stuff you really do have to put yourself out there. You have to believe in your craft and what you do and what you got on, and all that stuff. And it's work. It takes a lot. People don't understand, like, yeah, it's just social media. You're just posting, but they don't understand the work and the time and the effort that it takes to perfect something to actually put it out there.
I feel like, yeah, that people think it's easy, but you know how hard it is to set a goal and you go through with the goal and the outcome's not what you thought. That's what makes it, because a lot of people, though, because we do custom gear for people as well.
Yeah.
And you know how many people have came in and made 25 shirts and not sold them and never try again. You know how many times we've made a shirt thinking, hey, this is going to be majorly good, and then they don't sell?
Yeah.
And what? Are we supposed to stop there?
No. Not ever supposed to stop.
Exactly.
If you believe in it, if you believe in it wholeheartedly, you could. And that's another thing. It's like with music too. Say, for example, like I know people who have so many songs in the chamber, right? They don't record or release. I hear it, they're spitting it in front of me, but it's like, how come none of these songs are on? You have like 10 songs, but if you put all 10 of these, one of them's bound to hit, right? That's just how it goes. Like,
and if it don't,
it's not just you're not just gonna put your first one out and it's gonna be like a freaking thing. Some people get lucky, some people don't.
Yeah.
But all in all, it really just takes consistency. You have to believe in your craft. You have to believe in yourself, and you have to be your own number one fan, really, because not anyone's gonna go that hard as you're gonna go for yourself. So. A lesson in itself.
And don't get discouraged, people. Like I'm saying, if it don't hit one time, do it again. Do it again
until it does.
Until it hits. All right, Big Mo, I appreciate you coming by, stopping by the store.
Yes, thank you
You're
for
welcome
having me.
anytime. You already know that. And anything you want to...
Thank you for my shirt. This color looks good on me, don't it? You guys make sure you come by. Say hi.
Follow Big Mo on Instagram, TikTok, all that. And, show her some love. And we're out. Till next time.
Up in Cali, we about it, that's why they so mad. Everybody on the mob shit, pull up, try rob shit. Funny how they drive out, but I'm hopping out the car, bitch. This one is for Lindsay.